I am still your host, Killer Chair, and we have a wonderful run coming up over here on BSG Annual 2022. We got Valyssa with Demon Turf Neon Splash. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Alright, so before we get the actual run started, I'm gonna go ahead and pop into a level here just to kind of show off Beeps' moveset. Beeps is this little demon girl here.
Yep.
Because it is actually... there's a lot to it. So, starting things off, I have a jump, I have a double jump and a triple jump, also known as a bat jump. I have a dash, which is when I turn into this crow, shoots me forward. I have a super jump, which is if I do a spin and then I do a jump. So this is a super jump. And aforementioned spin. So this kind of lets you just hover. If you tap it, you can not exhaust the meter as quickly. You can travel further as opposed to dropping like this. There's rollout, which is turning into a wheel. You have some acceleration, and then there you go. I think that's about every move, at least in the basics. There's a lot more to it, like you can jump out of your dash, you can string it all together, but that's what you will be seeing during the actual run. But that's kind of the gist. So, rollout, spin, dash, and that jump, I guess.
Yep.
Alright. So, Tech, are you ready to start the timer? Alright. We actually use the in-game timer, so I don't have like a very specific time to go, but let's just do the save file deletion. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, let's go! Alright, so the first level we're going to do is Pool Party. We just showed it. And we're going to do a major skip already, which is why we showed all these moves off, because... oh my goodness.
Or I can miss it. No problem.
Yeah, no worries. There's a very good reason why we want to use the rollout here. We want to keep the grounded state, so we can do this jump out of the dash. And hopefully... there we go. That's the big skip. Well done. Alright. And we're just going to finish out the level here with a rollout. So, this game is a very movement heavy. So, it's going to be a very precise platforming experience that we're going to see. So there's going to be a lot of moves happening, and I'm going to try to explain it while she does it. She's really fast. All right, fine here. The level I can't complete in speedrun. So here we go. We're just going to, you know, schmoove up here, which takes me too many tries, but she just does it masterfully. And now we're going to climb the tower here. So there's another major skip we're going to do. So the spin and the rollout, we can combine those. So the rollout, we can build speed, and then we can transfer that speed to the spin. And what that will allow us to do is this really cool skip here. If she's going to hit it, just going to set it up here.
Here's hoping. It is very difficult. It's very, like, rhythmic pressing of the mouse button, but yeah, you really need to like maximize the amount of speed you get from the rollout, and then perfectly space out your spin taps, while also not pressing it for too long, because that would exhaust your spin meter too fast, which, you know, that's an invisible meter. So you're kind of just feeling it out.
And she got it. She got it. That's a really good skip. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. You nailed it.
Yeah, so that skip saves like 10 seconds. So even second try, it's like not too bad.
Splash City time. So the rollout is really cool here because, you know, we can go really fast, and we're just gonna race game this.
Yeah, and when you jump out of a rollout, you get like a little burst of speed. So that's why whenever there's like a, you know, straight path, I kind of want to use that as much as I can.
Good cycle.
I think... no, not gonna make it. That's unfortunate. You can barely make this upward cycle here. Just catch it on the way up.
Yep.
And then you can still land here, just as I just did. So that would save like about 3 seconds.
Now, for the people that just played this game, there's actually a laser grid trying to kill you. Well,
yeah,
it's here. All right, we're just gonna do the level again.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm gonna restart it just to get my cycles lined up again.
Yep.
Yeah, this game doesn't give you checkpoints, you have to put them down yourself. And as you might expect, that does take a moment. And in a speedrun, we don't really want to do that. So I put one down for the super skip in the previous level, but here I wasn't really expecting to die. It's very rare for me to overshoot that jump, but it's fine.
So, fun fact about this level, I think you have the world record, right? The IL.
I think so.
Last I checked, you did. That was yesterday. So
Oh my gosh, that was so tight.
Oh my god.
That could not have been any closer.
I need time to process what just happened there. We'll just... Wow. Okay. We gotta do it right this time. Yeah. Okay. And that's the level.
Yep.
All right.
So,
You're a beast.
as you might see, this game was very much made with speedrunning in mind, although the developers didn't quite realize how much of the levels we can skip, just like here with another super spin.
Oh, my
You're
goodness.
supposed to go along all those like skies. Whoa, that was very bad
Ooh.
speed. You're supposed to go like all the way around on these like moving cranes and like across the skyscrapers. But with a good super spin, it's not too difficult to make it right to the end. Now,
Nice.
it's not over yet because I need another good bounce here. And basically, I am going into rollouts to bonk against the wall, which will put Beebs back in her human form because she can only wall cling in human form.
Yes.
So we kind of abuse that to string together a whole bunch of moves.
And then most of the time when she's when we use like a little super jump or whatnot, she cannot actually wall climb. So we really need to utilize the rollout to get her back to a good state. Gonna do another cool skip here. Nice. All right. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, so a lot of this game is like managing your beep states, if I can call it that. Outside of like the animal states, also whether or not you can do your aerial ground jump, or like your aerial dash jump, I should call it.
Yes.
Um,
Just gotta do an intended skip here.
yeah, so there's actually that little ledge right there, and that kind of indicates that this is somewhat intended. So,
Yeah.
again, this is very much based around speedrunning. The original game, Demon Turf, is like more combat focused, but it also lets Beebs move quite a bit. Just for this game, they upped her movement speed and gave her the triple jump all the time. In the first game, it's like a power-up that you have to equip. Oh yeah,
Very
those
nice.
platforms toggle whenever you jump, so it's very important to like manage your jumps properly throughout the level. Because I was able to do like 2 back jumps there at the end, which will let me just barely jump over that laser. And if I hadn't done that, I would have had a double jump, which would make me land just before the laser, and I would have had to wait for it just a little bit.
Yeah. So this is this level I like because you kind of just ignore the intended route. You
Yeah,
just,
like you're supposed to ride that minecart, like you press the button, it starts going. But we just ride on the tracks, because I didn't put lasers everywhere.
All right. See if you can get this down.
And this is an example of like an
Oh.
intended skip. Okay, so
Oh. You got this.
Nah.
Oh.
nah, no way to recover from that. So the intended skip there is that there is a trampoline at the end of that girder.
Yes.
And the reason I was like so harshly moving my camera to the right is because if you're facing the wrong way, it's gonna mess with my cycles, but whatever.
Oh, geez.
Maybe not whatever. If you're looking the wrong way, then Beeps will just kind of like bonk off of the girder instead of just start riding it.
Yeah.
And that's why I just like shove my camera to the right so I'm like more aligned with its collision. And then I can just gently ride it upward.
Yeah, the rollout is a pretty tricky thing to control, honestly.
It
'Cause
really is.
There's also like a little jump that the rollout does when you get
Oh
into
my
it,
goodness.
and that jump is also really hard to manage, especially in pool party. For me, when you want to hit that umbrella at the start of the game, that jump is really hard to manage. You really have to move your camera around for that one. So
Okay, we got it. I was
alright.
just like
we're not out
barely
of the
about
weeds
to
yet.
slide
We're not out
off.
of the weeds yet. We're getting there.
Yeah. Also playing on a different setup than your own, like it all takes a little bit of getting used to, and that's my excuse out of the way.
Oh, she got it.
Alright, so
Alright.
now we're just rolling out up to the top here, where conveniently there's a trampoline. Whoa, thank you, Fabraz. And this is less intentional. That's a glitchy bonk. That was
We
kinda
love glitchy
janky.
bunks.
Yeah, so the way that works is if you collide with... So this is not like a perfect cylinder. It has polygons, as you might expect. And when you bonk against the right side of basically a flat wall that makes up the cylinder, that's when you get a glitchy bonk. And that allows you to just be bonked straight up instead of backwards, which would then not let you get back to the wall for another wall jump.
All right. Okay, we got the toughest level out of the way. Well, anyway. So this level, I really like this level skip because what we're gonna do is we know where the end is, and there's a big mountain, and the rollout, you can kind of just go along the mountain. So what we're just gonna do here is gonna ride the mountain, get that speed, and just fly into the level exit. Beautiful.
That was very smooth.
That was really smooth. All right, this one is actually a really interesting level as well. The ice levels are really cool. This is the first game I like ice levels.
I mean, there's not a lot of like ice on the ground, which I think that helps.
Yeah, that's why I
you're
like these ice levels. They don't have ice physics.
Exactly.
All right.
So we're gonna do a neat little 2D skip here. You're meant to go in there, and then you get locked into a 2D plane. Instead, I'm gonna abuse wall clinging to continuously, get my dash back, my double jumps back, and then we're just gonna go to the end. So all of that was meant to be in 2D. The level is conveniently at the very bottom of this stump.
Yes.
We're not out of the woods yet. This ending can be a bit tricky.
Oh, she got it though. Yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. All right.
And with that, we're already on to the 9th out of 10 levels.
All right, so yeah, see that tower over here? We're gonna climb it, but the quirky thing about this tower is that it's also falling down. So as we're moving up, the tower is also moving down. So we can kind of just
not my movement.
Abuse that. Like just, wait it out with the spin, and then as the tower falls down, we can just climb up real quick.
Yep, and that purple goop there is like a special surface where you can always wall cling. It's pretty convenient.
All right.
And here we've got some Mario Sunshine-inspired levels.
This golden orb.
Kind of an orb.
All right, that's... Okay, cycles.
Yeah, so my cycle was a bit off because of the jankiness at the start, but we still got it. Now this is also...
Look at this. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got so lost here. Okay. So the end is just there. We just have to get to it. And the intended way is to use the rollout, but that's for nerds.
All right, on to the final level. So...
Final level. Run is almost done. So we have Lucy here. There's actually not any real story other than we're stuck in a painting world, and Lucy is one of Beeps' friends. And she just has a magic paintbrush now. And we were supposed to wait on her, but that's slow. So we're just gonna predict what she does.
I just make sure to hit a very specific trigger that'll make her move to this part of the level to start doing her thing.
Also, this skip is really cool. So there's these little tracks on the floor that slow you down. And then you have the track on the left that just completely stops you. So the idea is that you kind of just get the right track, but we can just hop onto the side and just ignore the entire track altogether. All right, Lucy again, just making objects, and we're just predicting where they are. We're going to use rollout here, I believe, on the last one.
That is correct.
There you go. And we're just going to launch with that over here. Just kind of skip this section. There we go. Gonna be a big thing here.
So time is coming up pretty soon.
Yes, the moment we run through the last painting. So, gonna skip this entire section with the rollout.
There we go.
And time coming up.
Time.
There you go. Well done, Valyssa.
Thank you very much. Okay. Still got a sub 11, at least in-game time. I don't know what my actual real time is, but yeah, this game has like its own in-game leaderboard, so.
11:40.
Fair enough. So yeah, we have this in-game leaderboard. It's fantastic. Yeah, honestly, really a good game. Like the original game is a lot more like story focused. It has a lot more character development. This was just meant to be like, for the speedrunners who just want to go fast, and the entire game is built around that, and I think they did a fantastic job. It's a very good speed game. It's like $5. Please join us. We're a very welcoming community. Happy to see more activity. And yeah, I would say that's it.
All right, very cool. Well, thank you for that run. Wonderful game. Boppin' soundtrack. I've been grooving out here.
Absolutely.
And next up, we got an interview with some fine-looking gentlemen right over there, Xida and Wired Wiki, done by Ruslan.
Yeah.